So what's the difference between link inserts and guest posts for your SEO? That's a good question. You may not even know what a link insert is or what a guest post is. So let me just catch you up real quick. A link insert is going on someone else's website. You're trying to buy a backlink to, get them to link to your website. And what you do is that you ask them, hey, can you add a link to this relevant article here? Can you use this anchor text? Maybe can you add a little text there and add a link towards a page on your website? The goal of this is just to increase search engine rankings, SEO, right? Pretty basic. Now, typically this is exchanging money or monetary compensation for them adding the link onto their page. Sometimes it can also include other incentives. So sending a product to them, sending social media traffic, social media shares to that article. There's all kinds of ways that you can incentivize someone to add a link on an existing page on your website. So that's a link insert, adding a link on an existing page on another website that's going to link to your page on your website. This is just to increase the rankings on that page. Link inserts have their own pros and cons, and we'll go through those. They definitely can work great. I would say that this is probably the bread and butter of most SEO agencies when it comes to link building. The reason is that they're a lot cheaper. But before we go into the pros and cons of that kind of stuff, let's talk about guest posts. Guest posts are the most unanimous link building tactic forever. Since the beginning of link building in SEO, people have built guest posts. So these are very simple. They're articles on another website, guest articles, and they include a link to your page. They are written by you and it's a new page on the website. Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty. I want to actually share you examples of both, when to use one versus the other, and whether you should use either at all, the pros and cons. Just give you the truth. That's what we do here. We give you the honest truth about SEO topic. Okay, let's jump into my computer and I'll show you an example of a link insert. So say we have a travel website. We want to increase the rankings. We want to build some backlinks. We go online, we search, travel websites, lifestyle websites, and we end up on this blog here, Luxury Lifestyle Magazine, and we want to link from it. So we'd first check, of course, what are their stats? Have they got hit in a recent update? It looks like they're still good in March. We want to review and vet the domain. Just make sure it's something that actually is going to improve our website traffic. After that, an example of a link insert is going to be searching this website and looking for some relevant page that we want to link on. Maybe we have found it initially on Google, or maybe we just want the website. And so we search something like, let's see here. Maybe we do travel tips. Guessing they have an article on that. And yep, they have an article on how to pack like a pro. And we can see here, we have an article and they have some links in it, mostly informative stuff. And a link insert would be looking at this article and finding a relevant piece of text that can link to our blog post or something of ours, and we can get a link from this website. Now, how are we going to do that? We're probably going to just email them and say, hey, can we get a link here with this anchor text? And they'll reply, send us $100, something like that, or $200, depending on what their budget is. This is typically how link negotiations work. And then, of course, you can do some other stuff, etc. But this is normally how link inserts work. So the benefit of a link insert is that the page is already in Google's index. So that means Google already understands the page. It already has it in its knowledge. And that link is going to be very quickly crawled and understood and start sending some power. And you can also check the stats on this URL itself. So how many backlinks does this page have? How much traffic does it get? So we see 1 backlink, 0 traffic. So it's not that good. Not only on that, we can also look at organic research for the whole domain and try to find, if we go to root domain, we can even look at its top pages and try to find something relevant that we can add a link on. These pages are going to be much more powerful as a backlink, because part of the factors that contribute to how powerful a link is is the traffic to that page and how many backlinks that individual page has in its rankings. So we really want traffic to flow through this link towards our website. It doesn't have to be a lot of referral traffic. I don't expect a lot, but if we get even some users to go from this guest post or this link insert to your website, that link's going to be a lot more powerful. And so with link inserts, the real benefit here and why an SEO professional uses them is mainly for this sort of stuff, is that we can look at this, we can check the backlinks. It already has 25 other backlinks coming to this page, as well as 1,400 traffic per month. Now, it also has to be relevant. This is about skincare brand, something like that. But this is about a city, Sydney. So if you have some content on Sydney, you could add a link there and we can look through these. So those are the benefits of link inserts. It's really just about having a page already in the index. You want to make sure it's relevant and all of that jazz that has backlinks, some traffic. Not to mention, if you are buying links, they're way cheaper. They're easier to get. It's much easier to add a link for a webmaster. I mean, if you're going to get $100, $200 for 10 minutes of adding a link in, it's going to be that's very simple work. It's going to take 10 minutes at most. So it obviously makes sense for a lot of webmasters. Again, we're talking about either buying links or incentivizing links. You have to be very careful. So here's a common website that people buy links on. And if you didn't know any better, you might get a link on it. But if you go in Google and search this, and you go up to the domain overview, we can see they've gotten totally decimated on Google. Not to mention that I actually happen to know from my friend Kazra, who is Kazra Dash, another great YouTuber, that this is a toxic domain. This is a toxic domain. That means that if you bought a link on this website, you're actually paying for a negative SEO towards your own website. This is a bad link to have. Not to mention it's gotten totally destroyed in Google. These are telltale signs that you do not want this link. This vetting process is hugely important. I have my vetting SOP in the description. Grab that, because if you're not vetting your links properly, I don't care how you get them, guest posts, social media shares, product reviews, however you're acquiring links towards your website, you need to vet them. Google doesn't care about, whether you sent an actual guest post and you're doing this all authentically. Google cares if the website is penalized. It's a algorithm. So you need to make sure that even if you're not buying links, that the website doesn't sell links all the time. So this website is ubiquitous. Everyone in the SEO industry knows that this website sells links all the time, and you do not want a link from it by any means. It's actually toxic. And from the looks of it, if you look at this website, Kelly's thoughts on things, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's fairly good looking, seems to make sense, it seems to be relevant. But if you search the website itself, I don't know if it has casino stuff, but yep, it has casino articles. They're writing about everything. They're selling links to everyone. This is a very negative link to have. But at the same point, I'm pretty sure Forbes and a lot of these big websites will sell links if you get to the right supplier or right journalist. So those are link inserts. We have an idea of the pros. Essentially, you get an existing page. You can choose pages with traffic, with backlinks that are already in Google's index. So Google already trusts them a little bit. The cons are that it's harder to get something super relevant. Remember, you need your backlinks to be relevant. And so if you can write your own article, you can make it as relevant as you want. It can be super relevant towards the keyword you're trying to rank for, the page you're trying to rank it on. There is a lot of benefits there. But with a link insert, you're more or less, restricted to whatever is already on the website in terms of pages. They are cheaper, which is a bit a pro, but they're also typically you're going to have to buy them, and not every website is comfortable doing it. So there's some cons there. Now, what about guest posts? So guest posts are the traditional link building method, almost Everyone that's considering link building has an idea about, Brian Dean, all these guys have been talking about it for years. A guest post would be offering this website a new article. And this article might be, 10 ways to travel in Sydney. If your page is about Sydney, you can get a lot of relevance there. So guest posts typically push more relevance, and that makes them a lot more powerful for relevant signals. You can have an article that tries to rank, you can optimize it towards the keyword you're trying to rank for, and then you can get a link from a page that's within the index for the specific keywords you're trying to rank for. I know that's complicated. If you're an SEO professional, you probably know what I said. If not, add a comment below. I'll explain it in more detail because it is a powerful concept. I think Steve Toth originally shared that tip in his SEO notebook. Great newsletter. Okay. So a guest post would be kind of similar, but you just reach out to this website and say, hey, can I publish this article on your website? And you can discuss it and you can do all kinds of stuff. The pros to guest posts are that you can often get them free and you can get them on more professional websites that don't sell links as much. Now, you're not often going to get them free. Most of the time, if you send guest post requests, you're either going to be denied or you're going to be asked to pay. So we normally use some sort of incentive, whether that's like, hey, we'll publish a guest post, we'll link to it, we'll do this and that. You have to really, butter them up and give them a lot of value. But at the end of the day, link inserts and guest posts can both work, but you need to be focused on the vetting of the websites, making sure that they're quality, that they're doing good work, that they're not just talking about every topic under the sun. You want to do your due diligence. So I think link buying, link building is all about due diligence. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. For guest posts, they are typically more expensive and require you to write the article. So it can be more expensive. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're interested in more link building tips. Any questions? Like I said, I've been doing link building for half a decade now. I started off as a pure link builder, so I have too much knowledge sitting around in my head. Again, be very careful if you're purchasing links or if you're doing link building in general. You need to be vetting your links. You need to be doing it correctly. If you're a brand, website, or anyone that is needing to build links and you're kind of scared and you don't know how to do it correctly, then please schedule a one-on-one call with me. It's in the description on my website. This one-on-one call, I am just as honest as I am here. I'm just giving you what I have experienced, what I know to be true from my experiments on SEO. I'll give you it straight. That's what you probably need. And if you want to outsource that work to someone else or whatever, totally fine. I'm just here to give you the honest truth. So thank you for watching. Talk next time. Bye. And like and subscribe if you want.